But yeah, man, I feel like Itauma's going to sort of take his time, reading the signs of Jermaine Franklin, and I feel like if he sees the gap, sees the opportunity, he's going to take it and probably try and take him out. But it's going to be interesting to see sort of how Jermaine Franklin navigates that pressure. I'm sure his team has sort of like checked out the videos. Even Jermaine Franklin said himself at the face off they did with Adeola Depot that he's seen the videos. Tom was a good fighter, so I'm very sure he's going to be receptive to the signs. And this is someone that wasn't knocked out by AJ, wasn't knocked out by Dillian White. Most people argue and say he beat Dillian White. So I'm interested to see sort of how Musatama navigates someone who's a bit more experienced, who is durable, who can go rounds. Fabio Wardley said at the weigh-in or the press conference, I can't remember, that he sparred with Jermaine Franklin and he's hit Jermaine Franklin bang on the chin, and this guy's not going to sleep. Maybe it's the glove sizes, I don't know, but obviously Jermaine Franklin is durable. He's not someone that should be knocked out in one round, or this ain't Dillian White, for example, that's on the tail end of his career. This is someone that's still relatively fresh. So it's gonna be a lot of things we're gonna gonna learn from this fight. It should be an interesting one. And if Moses Talma goes around, beating Jermaine Franklin comfortably over 12 rounds, it's probably what people would expect. If he knocks him out in like one round, then this guy is the truth. If he knocks him out in one round, Jermaine Franklin. Is Jermaine Franklin someone that should be knocked out in a round? Nah, man. Jermaine Franklin, don't be knocked out in a round, man. Come on, bro. You can't be knocked. Even if you just don't be knocked out in a round. But yeah, it should be a good one. And from Jermaine Franklin's perspective, this is an opportunity. You beat Moses Tam or knock him out. Big fights are in the pipeline. Big opportunities, higher rankings. So it's a lot to gain for Jermaine Franklin. And Moses Tama himself progressing to the next level, wanting to fight for world titles and increase his rankings and take on other top fighters. So definitely something that he'll want to get over the line and win. So yeah, man, should be an interesting one. What do I think is going to happen? It's complicated because this is probably the best opponent that Moses Tama fought. It's going to be a test. We're going to see, has he got a chin? We don't know. We haven't seen Tama get clipped before. So it's going to be interesting to see. And Jermaine Franklin himself, how's he going to deal with the power, the combination punching? Arguably, won't even say it's the best opponent that Jermaine Franklin has fought because he's fought AJ. So I can't say that. But it's going to be interesting to see like how he responds to different things that Itama's doing, in place there. So yeah, man, should be an interesting fight. Let me know what you guys are seeing in the comments. What's going to happen? For me, I see Itauma winning over 12 rounds in place. I don't see him knocking out Jermaine Franklin. If Jermaine Franklin wins, I believe will be Itauma getting tested and caught with a shot that, he hasn't been caught with before. And then we're beginning to know, getting to know that maybe his chin is a bit, I don't want to say his chin is suspect, but his chin will be tested in a way where, it could be a recipe for Jermaine Franklin to actually get a stoppage win. Maybe mid to late rounds, if that at all should happen. But yeah, if Itauma wins, I see 12 rounds. If Jermaine Franklin wins, I see maybe mid to late rounds where Itauma's chin has been tested and maybe, Jermaine Franklin is able to get some sort of stoppage, which not sure that will happen, but because I don't see Jermaine Franklin winning a 12 round decision over Itauma. So for me, if he does win, it will be by stoppage. But yeah, man, be sure to like the video, share the video. Let me see what you guys think about this one. And yeah, man,